What's going on, everyone? Just going to walk through today's pre-market and what to expect. So if we jump on the 4-hour on GU, as you can see, we've pushed up to where I thought we were going to come from at the start of the week. So we've got these hourly equal highs sitting here that I wanted to come target, and now we've come into this area of supply here. So I'm expecting probably a nice response back down to at least take some internal liquidity. This point holds a lot of weight, which is obviously pushed up. Pull down, possibly to induce this low. I actually don't mind coming to take this low. This low does hold a lot of weight, but given what we've taken, I'm kind of expecting either that or that. Okay, so very, very simple. Don't really have anything else to look at from that aspect. That's what we'll lock in. We can jump over to EU and have a look at the same. EU's taken the high here and come into that top supply, I believe. Yeah, perfectly spot on, actually. Now I do think EU has a good chance of actually coming and taking those highs. As you can see, I've got this is a smart money. This is a supply, but I don't think this will hold long term, especially with what we've taken, given an hourly low down here, range low. So I'm expecting this to kind of make its way back up. I don't think this will hold as much weight as what it is currently, but this supply currently does hold weight. So we'll expect sells until it doesn't sell anymore. In terms of where we can target, we've got this retest here, which makes sense to come and take. I want that gone. So for today, intraday, I'm just going to look to sell this and take out that low. Once that low is gone, we can kind of go from there. We had a supply to demand inducement internally here. So this area just in here holds a bit of weight. If we did actually break down, which we did, this is a great supply to demand here. So buyers off of this point, very, very nice. I'll look to sell to then buy up to this point, possibly come back up to these highs here. We've had a really big drop on EU, and now we've taken a bunch of liquidity. I'm expecting price to rebalance itself in the range and possibly get that or that. So really, really quite nice. Now EU is actually a lot nicer than GU today, which is a change from this week so far anyway, but really, really like what we've got going on here. So sells intraday until we hit that point. Now I'll jump on AU and we'll have a quick little wander about what we're looking at. Let me delete that. In terms of AU, we're actually not getting a lot of movement, but we've got lots of liquidity sitting in here. This point here did take important liquidity, and this is a supply to demand. We haven't filled in any of this imbalance here, so this point is really, really primed to actually buy from, but the supply area we're acting from holds a bit of weight too. So a lot of selling pressure at the moment. I am happy to actually sell this too. If we read, see, I don't like this liquidity. I don't want to sell from inside here. Once we take this low, I think we'll pull back up. We've got lots of order flow building to the high up here, possibly come to this point. So on AU, ideally we just want to sell here. I don't want to sell too internal in this range here. You've got break with a lot of liquidity in here. You've got this point here. This point here actually holds a bit, being a demand to supply, but this demand didn't break that external high, so I don't think this will hold a lot of weight. So if I was to kind of map out what I think will happen on AU, which I don't like today, I'm kind of expecting something like that. Oh, sorry, obviously that it would just go straight like that. So I'm kind of expecting something like that. I will stay off of AU until we come into this point here, which is a very, very nice point, very clean, lots of liquidity, big inducement into mitigation to possibly take this back up and come take all of this liquidity and order flow we're putting here. So good week so far. Missed a couple of opportunities, but let's keep at it. Let's finish the week off strong, and any questions like normal, chuck them in the comments, and yeah, let's have a good session.